Hello, preppers and homesteaders, or should we say prepsteaders? Maybe that's probably not a word, but this was going to be the gadgets for homesteaders. But this episode, I'm going to go over freeze-dried meals, specifically Mountain House. With the current storms and weather coming in, I figure it's a good time to do just a dedicated video to just this. Why you should have some freeze-dried food. What's the advantages of the freeze-dried food? So what are the advantages and why you should have it? Currently right now there's a big weather system storm, pretty much apparently from everybody I talk to nationwide, it seems like there's going to be some nasty weather coming in. But as homesteaders / as preppers, one of the things is having a backup of everything, and one of them is food, and big one is freeze-dried food. We have a freeze dryer. We freeze dry stuff, but on the same side, before we even had a freeze dryer, we would buy some Mountain House freeze-dried food. They sell it in number 10 cans, and they also sell it in pouches. And I'm going to go over specifically just the pouches. If you're new to homesteading, if you're new to prepping, it's a really good idea to have some of these pouches. They're inexpensive. They have a really long shelf life, most of them 25 years, and they taste really good. And we use them all the time to supplement what we have, and we kind of cycle through them. Because nothing would be worse than having the apocalypse and say you buy a pallet load of something freeze-dried and then you try it and you absolutely hate it. So we also try different flavors, different things that they offer, and lets us know if we like it or not. We just tried one and it was interesting. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't good. My wife is gluten intolerant because of celiacs, and she's also lactose intolerant. So it makes choosing some of these items a little tough. And one of them we chose for this last hiking trip because we take one of these with us every time we go hiking. It's a nice warm lunch on cold weather. And we didn't realize it had freeze-dried sour cream in it. And the dairy got her a little bit, so that's one of the things you have to watch out. They do have vegetarian, they do have gluten-free, but you have to look at all the ingredients. Some other things in there, like we had one low sodium, but the one that we had, it wasn't bad. It's just the texture and the color, it just didn't look very appealing. And then when I went to do some research on it, it appears that they discontinued that one. So obviously it wasn't a big seller, but you can get different Mountain Houses. They even have one you add, instead of hot water to them, you add cold water, and it's a chicken salad, which is, who doesn't like chicken salad, especially when you're hiking. But when we go hiking, our next thing we're going to do is start taking some crackers or something. She has some gluten-free Crunchmaster crackers that are really good, just because a lot of times this food is, when you reconstitute it, it ends up being a little soggy. It's not as crunchy as some foods might be. So that's one thing to consider. But the advantages, like I said, shelf life. Shelf life is long. The hot meal on the go. We use ours, like I said, when we go hiking. It's really motivating just to have a warm meal when you're a little, long way from home on a hike. Variety. Simple, easy. MREs, a lot of people have those, and they really don't have a long shelf life. And MREs are really heavy because the water is in the food. When you get freeze-dried food, it has about 99% of the moisture taken out of it, so it does not weigh much at all. It is like a fraction of the weight of an MRE. So if you're carrying MREs and also water, you're carrying a lot of weight. Granted, if you are carrying freeze-dried food and water, some of that water is going to go into your food. One negative there, but it's not a bad thing. The other thing is quick and easy. Most of the Mountain Houses, you just add, generally it's about a cup of water, of boiling water. You put it in there. So you pretty much, the first thing you do is when you get your Mountain House, you open up the pouch, because they come in a kind of like a Mylar pouch that's airtight, light tight, doesn't let anything in there, and it has a Ziploc in there. So once you tear the seal, you can reseal the bag. So what you do is you open it up, tear the seal, and there's an oxygen absorber in there. You need to take that out. That's something you do not eat. It's on the instructions. Take that out. Add in the hot water, and then take a spoon, and I'll show you this. There's a spoon specifically made for freeze-dried meals. It's kind of slick. It's just kind of like an MRE spoon. It's longer, and it's like a spork, so it's got rounded edges. You stick that in there and stir it up. Make sure the corners are stirred well, so there's not like dried, meal in the corner. And then mix it up really good. Take your spoon out, Ziploc it back up, and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. And then in 5 to 10 minutes, your meal's done. It's ready to go. You got a quick, easy meal. And these things, you could keep a stove, like a Jetboil, one of those little pocket rockets, those little Amazon, $10 stoves, canteen cup, and you can cook a meal anywhere on the go. Keep one in your vehicle, keep one, just anywhere. Your bunker, like we just had installed, so. Yeah, let me show you this this spoon, and then show you the making a meal from start to finish, so you can just see the whole thing. Time lapse though, because obviously it's going to take. It sits for 10 minutes, and then, Okay, this is the spoon that I have, and I'm going to put it in the links, the affiliate links. But it comes in a plastic Ziploc pouch that I like to store it in. And then it also has like a soft, kind of like chamois cloth that it comes in. And then you get, I got the 2 set, where I got a spork and a spoon. But as you can see, they are really long. So when you open up the top of the pouch and you stick this in there, a typical spoon you'd be about there, and your hand's gonna get all, sauce on it and everything. These ones, you can go all the way into the bottom of the bag, mix it up. And then with the double set, you get a spork and a spoon. So very inexpensive for titanium. I think this set is a little bit over $10. And if any of you have been backpacking or hiking for years, like 20 years ago, a titanium spork was like $30. So it's a good deal. That was just for like one short one, and these are extra long ones. So well worth it if you're gonna do Mountain House and have them. It's kind of the same thing with like a number 10 canned Mountain House. Make sure you have can openers. Same thing with canned food. Kind of make sure you have can openers, because that's probably I don't know if anybody's seen the Far Side comic. There's one in there where they're in a bunker and there's like nuclear bombs going off, and they're in there with all this food, and one of them's like, "Did you bring the can opener?" The humor was great on the Far Side. that's it in this video. This was just a Monday review, and we're getting ready for the storm coming in. Like I said, we're kind of hunkering down. It's going to be an interesting week, but everybody stay safe out there. Be safe, and then till next time. Thanks. Like and subscribe. I gotta support this shirt because it was a gift.